I am Beth Fitch, and I was asked today to speak on how small to medium-sized law firms can build a culture of diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I will talk about the practical ways to do that, but I first want to emphasize that it requires tone from the top. As one of the founding members of Rick Fitch Law Group, we very carefully and intentionally created our culture and approaching it with humility and intentionality. And what I mean by that is humility in the sense that we all have unconscious bias, and we all have to recognize that each of us has not walked the shoes of someone else. And so we can't possibly really understand where they're coming from. So recognizing that we're all different and have all different experiences, I think is very important. Secondly, what I mean about intentionality is what can we do? What processes can we put in place? How can we create this culture? So one of the ways we've done that in a very practical way is to speak with either your third-party vendors who provide services to you, such as HR services or payroll services. And if they have DEI training programs, you should use them. And that way you have some training on it for all the employees. Two, we try to not just train on diversity, but actually celebrate diversity. And the way we have done that is through fun team building activities and just a good old fashioned regular potlucks where we break bread together and share each other's cultural backgrounds and food. And it's just a really positive way to get to know each other and enjoy each other's backgrounds and experiences. It's important to have some type of mentoring. So an informal mentoring program where you partner senior associates or partners with junior associates and clerks to build that program so they have a resource to go to. We encourage all our employees to engage in professional development, and particularly encourage all our lawyers to participate in women and minority bar association and professional organizations. But encouraging isn't enough. We need to provide funding for it and allow them to have the time to engage around it. So we're very intentional about funding requests to participate in these types of organizations. We're very intentional about setting aside budgets for professional development in other organizations, such as IADC, where there's opportunity for our diverse attorneys to meet other attorneys, meet potential clients, and develop their own book of business. We also encourage and sponsor community events. And again, that means setting aside budgets for it, encouraging participation, and actually participating yourself so that we're not just talking the talk, we're walking the walk. The most recent one was a Pride run that we all participated in. Encourage participation in any other type of event that celebrates DEI. We are very directive with our recruiters and how we go about hiring. Our recruiters are directed to provide to us diverse candidates. We work with Arizona State University, who has a diverse internship program so that we can recruit interns and law clerks through this program. Again, that requires funding, and we see it as a privilege to fund these type of programs and organizations so that we can have a diverse work population. And then, you have to have the courage and humility to speak out on, I think, diverse issues that have come up, such as the civil unrest this year, such as the increase in Asian hate. We spoke out publicly on that because we have to walk the walk. We want to demonstrate to our staff and to the attorneys that we really do sincerely care, and we're going to speak out, and we're going to come alongside you and be allies in these difficult times. And then I just want to comment on retention. So it's important not only to create a culture, but retain those diverse attorneys and staff. And one way we do that is we look at flexibility and creativity. We've learned through COVID that remote working generally works pretty well, but being flexible on the hours of work and the location of work. For years, we've had lawyers practice from Texas, Indiana, even China and Japan, even though they're practicing law in Arizona, New Mexico, and Utah. They're all over the world, and that's worked very well. So just having the mindset of humility, intentionality, flexibility, and creativity will allow you to build that culture of diversity, equity, and inclusion that makes it a great place for everyone to work.